Hey, what's up, Cool Like That peeps? It is me, your Cool Like That Asian, in the house. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Hopefully, you all are doing great out there. You guys are on podcast. I am also recording for the YouTube channel, but I was kind of just getting off of work, and I was looking through YouTube right after work, and I was looking through here, and I'm like shocked at and something that I saw. Right? I saw something on there, and you know how the media, they love to put these clickbait type of articles. And I didn't read this correctly. It says, I was looking at it, and the title says, Supreme Court takes up wedding site designers. And it says case, and my mind, for some reason, read that as cake. And I'm thinking to myself, why are people suing over fucking cake? Why? I must have been hungry, because I literally thought it was talking about a cake. So I'm running over to my husband and saying, they're talking about another cake issue. I don't get this. And we're going to talk about that issue before, because I had a little stance on that one, which I thought that whole thing was a little crazy. But that's just me. That's my opinion. And I can have an opinion in America nowadays. But I didn't realize that I really read that wrong. I was really, must have been really hungry, but I had pizza earlier. But it says Supreme Court takes up wedding site designer's case. So that's what it is. And I'm going to talk about that, but let me uncover that whole cake little issue that happened a couple years back, maybe a couple, how I guess people were suing because a company didn't want to do their cake. Maybe I'm old school. Maybe I'm old school. I wouldn't want somebody to be touching my cake after they have fought with me and discriminated against me. I wouldn't want them to touch my cake. I really don't. They can go touch somebody else's cake. Go touch somebody else's cake. I don't want them touching my cake, because we force these people, these bigots, we force these people, these racists, we force these people who are homophobic and people who discriminate against these minority groups or these groups. We will get extra toppings in that cake, okay, or that food or whatever. I'm not gonna be even going that route. I'm just simple like that. Go right ahead and do that cake. Somebody else do the cake. Yeah, I'm using toilet paper as my tissue. And for some reason, I had this major nose hair. I'm so sorry. I had this major nose hair that's tickling. Okay, and it's becoming a jungle up there. Let me tell you. Too much information. But I wouldn't want somebody to do my cake if they were not for my day. I don't want all that bad juju. I don't want all of that. It's not that big of a deal. You don't have to do my cake. I'll go to Betty Crocker or Dunkin's. I'll do that. I'll just make my own damn cake. Or no, you know what? Everybody needs to lose weight. You don't need no cake. Okay, so that's how bad. I really don't care. Okay, but this whole thing about, everybody got to believe in what we got to say. Okay, it just baffles me. Okay, and I was a good Christian kid. I was innocent. So religion is one thing, right? And we're all this whole country. Our democracy also was based on religion, but nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that portion. But I believe truly religion can be good and evil at the same time, right? It can. And we know that. And people wants to use that as a weapon. Let them use it as a weapon. And then they're the ones that has to deal with this. They're going to have to deal with the repercussions and the cancel culture nowadays. They're going to have to deal with that. Okay, so the woke people out there, it's okay to be woke to a certain extent. But let me tell you this much. Be prepared now that people, if you decide to ever try to be so woke that you need all or nothing, you probably will get that. And now it's showing, because this article that I finally read, and I finally read it correctly, people. Actually, I kind of had another article on here. I was looking for more articles and stuff like that. But apparently, this person is having a higher court look at a discrimination, not a discrimination, a free speech type of thing, law. They're having the Supreme Court take a look at it a little bit more, because now it's verging on the side of the free speech issue. Okay? They're not looking. I am so sorry, people. Here we go again. The nose hair thing. They're not looking at the religious freedom. They're looking at more of the freedom of speech that is happening. And we all knew this, that one piece of cake will make you fat and have everybody else deal with it. Okay? That didn't make sense, but whatever. It made sense in my head. So this lady, Lori Smith, in Colorado, she is putting it out there, and she has it on her website that says, I only service heterosexual people. What's better than two dicks than one? I'm sorry. Oh, that's such a gay thing to say. I'm just saying, it's like, she only services heterosexual people. Okay? That's fine. And she said it on her website. Why can't she just say it on her website? Why? Why can't she just say it on her website? It shows people, and this is the one thing people don't think, okay? It shows people that she's already, she likes to discriminate. She's not a good person. She's a person that, she's practically a bigot, right? She's a bigot. She likes to discriminate. So why wouldn't we want to do business with that type of people? Why do we want to? Okay, we can write reviews till we're blue in the face. I do it all the time, people. I have videos that will tell you like it is. Like, your greens are totally mushy. Your food tastes like shit. I'll say it. Why can't we allow them to have their speech? They can have their speech just as long as they're not hurting anybody, right? Maybe it hurts. I don't get it. It doesn't hurt me once. Somebody wants to go to a person that discriminates to do their website for their wedding. It makes no sense. No, thank you. I don't want your juju, your bad juju, running through my wedding. Sorry. And probably they'll be the ones that will pull the plug right before the wedding. And then you have Bridezilla or you have the Groomzilla trying to deal with all of that crap. No, thank you. Save it. Okay, because I can guarantee you, if they fucked up your wedding, you will ask for that money back. Okay, so let's just be real about it. Let's be real, people. Okay, so this opened a can of worms for us because of the fact that the Colorado law is kind of dangerous at the same time as giving us what we need, right? To have no discrimination. But now it opens a door to other things that could discriminate against us more. Right? It opens the door to much more things. So sometimes it's best to just pick our battles. And a cake was not one of them. A cake was not one of them. Sorry. We got our marriage license. I got my marriage license. I'm grateful for that. Thank you. Thank you to whoever fought for us on that, because that's something that to fight for, not for a piece of cake that we're going to force somebody to do for you. I'm sorry, that's the most stupidest thing that I've ever heard. And I'm wondering, this is going to be something that's going to be interesting. When was that case? Because this is what I'm going to try to look up here. That was back in 2021. How interesting. Oh no, wait, that's 2018. Wasn't that an election year? I thought that was an election year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm starting to notice this little trend that we're starting to fall into here. Election years. Let me look that up too. That these stories are coming out, and which 2022 is an election year for the states. Most states are having to do all of this. Okay, so election years. Let me see here. Election years is every 4 years for the president, every 2 years for the House, I think. I think 2018 was election year, if I'm not mistaken. 2018, were you an election year? Okay, let me see here. I'm taking so long just to look this up. Yeah, it's a midterm election year. So it's kind of funny that all these little issues, like things that deal with the minorities, things that deal with certain groups, happen during an election year. And I can guarantee you this much: 2022 is an election year that is very important for everybody, and it's kind of creepy and kind of messy to me that we continue to allow these politicians, we continue to allow these people to hijack our elections this way. And it's not only on the right, people, it's on the left also. And I'm starting to get a little irked and a little irritated by people doing that. We're not your guinea pigs. And that's what we need to remember. We're not the government's guinea pigs to allow them to come in to our communities and allow them to use us as their trophy. And that it feels like we are. Sorry, and this is probably coming from the right, I think, possibly, or maybe the left. I don't know, because this is sounding kind of fishy that now the Supreme Court is all of a sudden needing to hear this case. And now it brings up a little bit more to the subject. Is our freedom of speech and our, saying something out loud under siege? And I hate to use those strong words, but it seems like it is. And it's just a little annoying to me because nowadays they're trying to stifle everything that's happening. You can see that in Canada. You can see that all over social media. What happened to these news stations that's actually supposed to report the news, but they don't do that? I hate that. I just don't like it. But I just wanted to make sure that I read this correctly. And I think it started all off of that cake issue and the guy getting sued for the cake and the court siding with that. Then it opens up another can of worms about freedom of speech and stuff like that. We got warned that this could happen, and we continue to allow us to be the guinea pigs or the token group to try to win over a case. And this is baffling to me. So it happens again during a midterm election year or major year that happens. Try to cover up some shit, people. Anyways, I'll catch you guys all later, and I love you guys. Bye.